kitties are interested in something by the septic tank. But here's Tux. Hi. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi. Good morning. Come here, Morris. Morris, come on, honey. You want it over here? I'll come back, Tux. Hi. Hi. Alright, water's changed out. Everybody's had their head petted and their butt scratched. I am headed to do my normal Tuesday stuff today. No time to walk the property this morning, but as you can see, it's a beautiful morning. We're on our way to a high of 74 today, and pretty much the rest of the week. It's gonna get too warm here for March. We're gonna have things pop out, and then we're gonna have frost freeze stuff to contend with again. I wish it wouldn't do that, but I get it that, you know, spring and summer, it's, you know, never a cut off like a light switch transition. It's always, you know, something else. I do see down there, you probably can't, but between the Mahonia and the Camellia, Sasanqua Camellia, I see the irises I planted last year doing well. I still have some of the original daffodils over here doing their thing. There's lots to be happy about going on so far this spring. Hi. Hello. Good morning, Gray. Good morning, Sweetie Pea. Hi. Hi. Good girl. Come here. Yeah, it's what I thought. It's what I thought. It's a good girl. Sure is pretty out here this morning, and I'm going to enjoy every last minute of this early spring weather. This is our first time around. We've got time to go again. Dawn is on a conference call, and they're breaking in a new project manager. Yep, it's a beautiful day to be out for a drive for sure. Although, you know, stuff going on in the news right now politically is quite stressful. Don and I did buy some stock yesterday during the dip, both because we feel like it's the right thing for us financially, obviously, and because, you know, we believe it will go back up to where it was and probably beyond. And also that, you know, we wanted to show our support for Tesla and Elon. You know, we've got some friends that work for Tesla, and they have certainly been on the receiving end of some very wrong, unkind comments. And then, you know, I really feel for the people the employees that are at the dealerships that have had not just protesters out at the street holding their sign, but actual vandalism, gunshots, arson, you know, serious things. So I just want to say a thank you to all the employees that are dealing with that and staying with Tesla and not letting these domestic terrorists, because that's really the only thing I can think to call them, proper adjectives there. You know, get the better of us, make us run away or whatever. Don and I did watch the interview Elon gave with, I can't get his name right because I've not listened to him before. You know, I'm listening to some new people now, but it was somebody on Fox Business, I guess. And he was a little stressed out at the beginning of the interview, and I feel like he used some humor to try to get into the groove of the interview. And I thought it was Elon appropriate if you've watched other Elon interviews. I don't think, some people thought he was being flippant. about the violence or, you know, people being attacked in their personal vehicle. And I do not feel he was flippant. I feel like he was stressed and using some humor as a coping mechanism for trying to deal with the stress. Because, you know, while I might give a second thought today to being driving around in my Tesla and will some of these crazy people approach me, damage my car, etc., etc., this man's having death threats. This isn't a, you know, graffiti on your car level stuff. This is somebody actually threatening to kill you. So to say that Elon's flipping about it, I just feel like that's not accurate. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, I'm all good with people having differences of opinion, but I'm not good when it's your level is, you know, to do violence. So I just got to draw the line there, and it's not going to scare me and Don away from the brand. And I will, you know, hope to not encounter any of those crazy people out here today for sure. You know, and at this point, I don't know how we fix this. I've never one of those people that felt like I was so arrogant that or had my act together so good that I don't know how to fix it. I have some thoughts about some things that could help. People could have more data-driven news reporting versus clickbait titles that I feel and are designed to incite emotion that, you know, I feel is driving some of the violence. I think both sides have been guilty of it. The name calling from both sides can stop. You know, throwing around fascist, Nazi, communist, and any other name, we can stop that, because that's not happening here in America. I'm not saying there's not some fractions of that, but I mean, mainstream Americans, that's not right. All these people are throwing around the Nazi term, and I don't have any firsthand experience with it. And if you think about the age of even children during World War II, there really aren't too many people alive that have any firsthand experience with it. Of course, their parents, possibly, but yeah, I don't know. It's very distressing, and you know, it's really not going to go away. Everybody needs to take a big breath. We have a lot of difference of views in this country, and we need to learn how to work through those different views without trying to break up the union, basically, or trying to, I mean, we've had, yeah, it's very distressing. Yeah, my father was Jewish, and he did convert to Catholicism, but he raised me to be a tolerant person. Therefore, you're respectful of other people's opinions and beliefs, religious preferences. You have respect. And I mean, our children are growing up without respect, because we have all these adults going around showing no respect and also not allowing any consequences for them. But that's, you know, another thing. So I certainly hope these people that have committed crimes, arson, illegal discharge of a weapon, intent to cause damage, whatever the charges are, there certainly have been crimes committed. I hope they are all prosecuted, and I hope that they all receive the upper end of the you know, whatever they can be charged with, whatever time, money, fines, whatever. You know, we got to let people know this is not acceptable. And the same thing for when, you know, we had some of these protests like in Raleigh that totally destroyed the CVS pharmacy in downtown on Fayetteville Street, and the statues and the other stuff. If you're defacing public property, you get charged, and you serve some amount of time or pay some amount of fine. And obviously some people are along for the ride, and some people are instigating it, and the people instigating it I care even more about. Okay, I'm rambling, but I'm upset. I'm upset. Yeah. I was able to park Ruby closer in one of my preferred spots, however you want to look at it. I've got 10 minutes to spare today. Woohoo! I've started a new Audible book. I'll tell you about it later. Don't remember the title right offhand or the author, but it's a nice mix of science fiction and natural disaster rolled all into one book. I believe that's a 2Ys. My eyes are always have a little trouble adjusting when I come out of the dark pulse room. But I've got on short sleeves and the sun is out and it's just really nice. Thank you, Ruby. We like to be coordinated with walking up to the door properly and getting it to open the whole way. Did I mention that Don and I were going to go drive the new Model Y on Friday? That they have some demo cars at the new Sumner Boulevard location. You have to have an appointment. Maybe you could show up if there was an empty slot, but I'm thinking they're probably pretty full. So, looking forward to that, and you guys should stay tuned for some hopefully cool content. I always like listening to a little loud, good music in the car on Tuesdays, especially when the sun's out and it's 64 degrees. But I was going to tell you guys about the book I was listening to, and it's Outland by Dennis E. Taylor. It's read by the same gentleman that read Project Hail Mary. I'm trying to get the name. It is Ray Porter. Yeah, so one of the reasons I picked this was because, A, it sounded like a good book, and Ray Porter reads it. So this is my first book by Dennis Taylor as far as I know, and it is either a 2 or a 3 book series. This is book 1, and got 3.5 hours left. So anyway, like I said, it's a nice mix between natural disaster having to do with Yellowstone and science fiction, and I'm really enjoying it. I was listening to it last night while I was doing Lego. I'm sure these books are probably like, yeah, this is a 10-hour and 29-minute book, so that's pretty good for one book. But I think the series is complete. Better be complete. I don't start series where I can't just plow through it. I don't want to have to wait. Somebody donated a lot of yarn. I picked up these really heavy-duty shelf brackets for $1 a piece. If you've ever tried to buy them, you know that's good. And a Hoppy Easter flag so far. I'm in the back box area, the area I come to look at boxes. A big yay for Easter stuff. They've got $5 on that. Somebody is going to want to buy it. That's the bar in Fuquay. Making sure to check out all the Hawaiian shirts here too, and I think the winter stuff is still 50% off, so just in case. I added this basic, it looks brand new, Easter towel and these 4 rooster cotton napkins. Remember, we don't use paper for when we eat, we always use fabric. And I did go to Food Lion and get Zevia root beer and pork rinds, and there's also a depression glass green plate. I'll pop up a picture of that I took in the store to send to Michelle. I left my jacket in the car. I'm probably gonna wish I had my jacket in Whole Foods. Oops. Oh goodness, I've left my bags in the car too. Well, I guess I'll grab the bags and my jacket. I got a little distracted there for a minute, but I got to get myself back on track. Can you see the new red Y over my shoulder? I hope so. And there's Ruby. I just took the cart back. I don't like walking the hill twice, and I wish they would put the cart return where it used to be. But, you know, you do what you got to do. Well, I'm picking up on step 21 of 46. Don's on the phone with a coworker. He's not quite finished up yet, so I can't cook yet. It's almost done. The front here is pretty good. This was supposed to be one piece instead of two on both sides, and this was a different slope, but I'm good with it. Also, he had white here, and I don't understand why, so I made it green. I gotta mess with the trees. The main thing I'm missing is a bunch of these dark bluish gray slopes on both sides. I was able to finish out the flowers. Also, I think something might have gone here over these studs. I've got to look. I might have missed a step. I'm going to have to order the slopes. I mean, that's all I can do on it for now, except for maybe fix what's missing on the back. I'm really happy with it. I like it. I looked everywhere for more slopes and I don't have them. No sense getting too much more upset about it. I guess I should have let you see the skylight. It's pretty impressive.